Good morning. Guess what day it is? It's October 30th, 2024. And there are a couple of things going on today. One is Buy a Donut Day. So why don't you run by, pick up a dozen, and share them with someone? The other thing is National Checklist Day. You might be surprised to learn that checklists came out as a response to a need to keep pilots safe in World War II. The first checklist resulted from a crash that injured several people. There was a Boeing aircraft, a 299, that was thought to be the state-of-the-art aircraft at that time. After the crash, the investigation showed that the pilot had forgotten to do a very simple task, which was turn off the elevator lock. The simple omission caused the aircraft not to respond to pitch control, leaving the plane vulnerable. So according to a report by two university professors in 1990, cockpit checklists serve several key functions in aviation: to ensure that the crew will properly configure the aircraft for any given segment of flight, and to create standardization in the cockpit. So that is where checklists came from. So are you one of those people that makes lists? I like lists. It seems to help me get things done better. If it's on the list, I'm more apt to do it or pay attention to it. In the Bible, sometimes you'll be reading and you'll find long lists of names. These names are called the genealogies. Now, if you're like a lot of people who read the Bible, you may want to just skip over those hard to pronounce names. But why are they important? Because Jesus' genealogy proves he is descended through the right line to be the Messiah. In Genesis 12:3, a promise was made to Abraham. It said, "I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." This covenant was to come through the child of Abraham and Sarah. Genesis 17:9 says, "Then God said, No, Sarah, your wife, shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant with his descendants after him." God gave them that son. And that may not seem like an amazing thing. People have sons all the time. But Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was 90. But God made this promise. This was to be the promise that came all the way through the Bible to the New Testament and down to Jesus, and made it possible for us to be saved. So later God told King David that there would be an eternal throne or king that would come from his descendants in 2 Samuel 7:12 and 13, which says, "When your days are fulfilled and you rest with your fathers," meaning David, "I will set up your seed after you, who will come from your body, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever." So even in the Bible, lists are important. So today, make a list. See if you're on the right track. Life is busy these days. You might find today's celebration, a checklist, will be helpful for you.